Today I'm going to be talking about why I think NNDM stock will be worth $50 by the end of this year. Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Talks Trading. My name is Sky and I'm on a quest to invest, and I'm, as always, happy to have you along this quest. Today, going to be talking about Nano Dimensions. Haven't talked about them for a long time, so we've got a lot to catch up on. The amount of hype around 3D printing stocks right now is pretty impressive, especially amongst retail investors and also growth investors who are looking for companies with cutting-edge breakthrough technologies. And let me tell you, if you are one of those people looking for breakthrough, cutting-edge technology, look no further. The ability to enhance the prototyping and manufacturing of highly complex electronics using additive manufacturing processes makes for an interesting long-term investment thesis in such stocks. Let me just say straight off the bat that the revenue for this company is expected to grow by 35.68% on average over the next 5 years. This is a very strong growth. That brings me to the elephant in the room. A lot of people are saying, how can a company with such little revenue at the moment be valued so high and have such hype around it? Well, the answer is patents. One of the answers, anyway, is patents. If you look at their patents and see how biotech medical devices can only be made using Nano Dimension printers, microscopic, highly functional, bendable electronics. That's what we're talking about here. Why would an Amazon executive jump on board and become president of the US for Nano Dimensions? Because he knows that Nano Dimensions is the future of electronics. He used to work for a major electronics company, so I think he knows a thing or two about what is going on. Nano Dimensions have definitely solidified their place in the future. And hedge funds aren't stupid. I know there are a lot of things, but they're not stupid. If we look at the current cash position, we've got 1.7 market cap with a 1.5 cash in hand. Just a side note, current NNDM is valued pretty much to their actual liquidity value, book value. They've also got zero debt in the balance sheet, debt-free company. That's what we love here. No interest rate risks, considering growing concern of tapering current asset purchasing policy. And then when you look at the actual market size, the global 3D printing market size was valued at 13.78 billion USD in 2020 and is expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 21% from 2021 to 2028. 2028 will literally be upon us any day now. It's almost... Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about how fast time goes. As well, they have no competition. That is a big benefit that they have. And there's also another acquisition to be expected. So, definitely keep your eyes peeled and your ears open for news on that. And then we have Cathie Woods. Our good old Cathie. She added pretty recently 2 million shares of NNDM stock. She clearly thinks these prices are low, and her and Yoav have already stated that they see $50 by the end of 2021. So this isn't me just plucking $50 out of the sky. There are other much smarter people than me who also believe in that prediction. I just want to read a quote from the great Benjamin Graham. "The market is a pendulum that forever swings between unsustainable optimism, making the stock too expensive, and unjustified pessimism, which makes them too cheap. The intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists." Food for thought. Okay, think about that. So, back to NNDM stock. They have condensed the entire MFG process for electronics down to one machine. This eliminates major throughput, supply issues, and enhances profitability and flexibility of these companies. They raised $1 billion to acquire a profitable PCB maker. Let's not forget that they work with NVIDIA and Samsung. I don't have to tell you that these are two very big top players in the semi industry. Their Dragonfly 4.0 Plus is a major breakthrough. If you dig into it and you read about it, it really is quite mind-blowing. It's quite mind-blowing in general, just how much technology is changing. A technician came to my house the other day to fix the broadband, the Wi-Fi, and he was an older gent, and he was telling me about how crazy it is for him because, at the start of his career, you still had to phone the post office if you wanted to get through to someone. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about how fast technology is evolving. Yeah, and I just want to reiterate that, Cathie keeps buying. This isn't her first time buying, and I don't know if it'll be her last. And it wasn't just Cathie. Other hedges and family offices know something, and they were buying at prices on the $10 to $12 to $14 range. Also, SpaceX and Tesla via Neuralink are involved with NNDM stock. So bears will argue that Nano Dimensions is a company that's still having trouble breaking $1 million in sales per month. In fact, over the past year, the company hasn't been able to do so. The company has only been able to find buyers for 61 of its proprietary systems over the past 3 years, marking a rather slower ramp up to growth as many would expect to see. I think a lot of us would obviously like to see a much faster growth, but there's something to be said for slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Bulls, on the other hand, see long-term growth potential as the real reason to own this stock. Sure, near-term success hasn't yet been achieved. However, given the valuations of other early-stage innovative companies, maybe an exception can be made for Nano Dimensions, given the quality and potential market its technology provides. Another thing to point out is that its meme stock status is dwindling. It's no longer really seen as a meme stock. One of the key factors underpinning the rapid rise that we saw in NNDM stock earlier in the year, it was related to the company's targeting by retail investors betting on a short squeeze. Nano Dimensions is a company which has maintained a relatively high short volume ratio. Currently, approximately 16% of the company's outstanding float is sold short, which I don't think is that high, to be honest, in this current climate. So for investors seeking stocks with the potential to participate in the next meme stock surge higher, NNDM stock has become a favorite this year. But with the broader index of meme stocks selling off substantially of late, perhaps this trade is over and people are really only in it for the long-term, growth investor style. A recent report this past week noted that among the broader index of meme stocks traded by investors Business Daily, approximately 50% of this year's gains have been lost to date. So what do Wallstreet? What do they make of NNDM stock? Well, according to TipRank's Smart Score, which, if you don't know, that represents a compilation of sentiments about the stock, Nano Dimension earns a 4. Or neutral rating. That means the stock is likely to perform in line with overall market performance. So the bottom line here, guys, is that NNDM stock is a company with an intriguing technology and a market opportunity that is as vast as it is impressive. So there's definitely reasons to buy and hold. That being said, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just my opinion only. So that's all I gotta say for today, guys, on NNDM stock. Please let me know your opinions down below. And until next time, have a great day.